sports coverage of the National Football League. Brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. On the Tampa sideline, it's head coach Todd Bowles. His guys coming off a statement win last week in blowout fashion. On the other side, the Seahawks, it's Mike McDonald. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak, hoping the return home can be what they need. Alongside Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. Off we go in the rain here in Seattle. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. Led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Anytime you cross the 500-yard threshold in a single game, Mike, you're clearly doing something right. They did not have an answer for him or this offense at all last week, and now it's up to this defense to see if they can cool off this hot arm. The good news, they've had all week to watch and come up with a game plan to take away some of the areas that he had success in last week. If you accomplish something like that against this guy, it's going to be a lot easier said than done.
That's good for a first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
A first down throw for Jackson. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Tyrese Knight getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and dub for this pass rush. So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Third and a long way to go. From the gun, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flowers.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, they snap it to Jackson. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. They get 15 on that game. First down, Seattle.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Once again, it's Walker. He'll push forward here down to about the 27. Devondre Campbell brings him down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he pitches it. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
One incomplete. Humphrey outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This will be a 46-yard attempt. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Seahawks are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready now for their second drive. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Is that make sense to you?
Absolutely. And the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points was to generate explosive plays. Get a bunch of yardage all at one time because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league. And then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass. And there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now,
now problems with the exchange, and that ball is out. And the Seahawks have come up with the recovery. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That's going to be incomplete. Good work when the defender bodied his man up, wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact. And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on 3rd down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly had the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Flowers with the catch. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, like, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. This offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Here's carry number 1 for Rashad White. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings them right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Third and long for Jackson. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to 4th down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap. 3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs.
Walker. And he will take this one in. 74 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good. And the Seahawks extend their advantage to 13-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
The 34-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jackson. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Play action now. Jackson. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down. gets it up top again. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 13-0 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. On to the second. Buccaneers in possession of the football. And they've got it with 3rd and 6 coming up. On play action, here's Jackson. That is caught at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa. First touchdown of the game for the man who leads the NFL in TD grabs.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. Through the rain, the kick is good. And the Buccaneers are on the board. It's now 13-7. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. From 31, here is 2nd down and 6. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. He'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to sneak it here. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
They're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's 1st and 10.
SeaHawks first down.
Shotgun run now with Walker. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On 2nd down, it's Darnold. He's doing a flash, and he lost the football. Looks like one of the Seahawks was in there and did keep the ball with Seattle. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
For the Seahawks.
That is good coverage by the punt team as they beat him and bring him down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That one out wide for Kamara. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not. And it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
Short one there. He's got Ertz. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
First and 10.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is left side and caught by Evans. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Again, it's Jackson. To the goal line and in. Zay Flowers. Touchdown Buccaneers. His 4th TD grab of the season. Jackson and the offense trying to get 2 more here.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
He'll look to throw. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
15. Seahawks 13. Chase McLaughlin will kick off for the Buccaneers.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll go play action with Garner. He's going to get this to the 37-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 5. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. He'll push forward for about a yard. Devondre Campbell brings him down. 3rd down, 3 to go.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, here's Garner. That is caught. He finds Walker. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the ground, it's Walker. Open space to the 35. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
54 yards.
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On the ground, Charbonnet. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. He'll get this out quickly to board. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Third down and 14.
On third and long, here's Darnold. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. Here's Michael Dixon now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds.
At their own 17-yard line.
On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple. And it's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 19-yard line.
Another run here with Kamara. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play. Brings up
2 minutes to go. First half in a 2-point game. We're back to Seattle after this. They need to get it to the 27. This is third down. On play action, he'll set up to throw, and that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
They'll run for it. It's Kamara. And this is going to backfire in a big way. Going for it on their own side of midfield, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
Darnold back on first and 10.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
On third and a yard, here's Darnold. Short one there to his tight end, Fan.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss. Darnold to throw. That one swung out wide to Walker. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
The motion man is Boyd. Darnold to throw again. And that is incomplete.
I I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Seahawks get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Second down, Jackson. Swing this one out to White. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. The Buccaneers forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and
10. To the air one more time with Jackson. Going up top for Evans. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And it's going to be 3rd down. Jackson up top again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. A couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
brings up 2nd and 10.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Open man downfield, it's Boyd. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. The first month of the season has come and gone. It's the first weekend of October, our first week with byes on the schedule. Lots to unpack, so let's get into it. Our look at the NFL starts now. In Charlotte, the Panthers at home to take on Miami. And it's a man who had a real nice season last year, Chuba Hubbard. He's going to hustle his way to the end zone, 10 yards on the touchdown. Why don't we go over to Charm City now? Check in on the Ravens as they host the Houston Texans. And it's the third-year signal caller from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud. He connects on the touchdown pass, 18 yards away. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Raiders. And this is Michael Pittman Jr. Just get his hands on the football and let him do the rest. It's going to wind up as a 53-yard touchdown. The Colts with an important W. They didn't want to start 1-4, and they won't following their victory here. With that, a look at the rest of what went on in Week 5 with Atlanta, Chicago, Green Bay, and Pittsburgh all on the bye. In the game you're watching, not much to separate these two sides through two quarters, a one-point game at the half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Here's Darnold. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Whoa! Yeah! And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He'll give this to Kamara, running right. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
They'll go again here with Kamara. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
It's a gain of 8.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a...
And he's in! Mike Evans! Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
The Bucs will set up for the two-point conversion.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy is better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
At the 14-yard line.
The tight end Fant in motion. Throwing, Darnold. And they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again. Khalil Mack, 3-time All-Pro. In there to bag another one. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Darnold. That's caught! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 92 yards! Touchdown, Seattle! A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a 1st down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. Justice Hill to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Buccaneers offense. And Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. A 1st down throw for Jackson. That's caught left side by Otten. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Play action now. Jackson. Get this complete right side to Otten. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way. Every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
It's 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. It's a pickup of 12. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
Again, it's Jackson. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans.
Jackson's pass.
That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. Third down, they need 5. On play action, here's Jackson. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
From 29, here is 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Now Jackson, this a design run. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
A lot of times the success of a draw depends on the defensive ends, Mike, rushing the passer. In this case, a great job by the defensive end. He initially reads pass, but then he determines that it's going to be a draw. He quickly adjusts, and he's able to tackle the running back for a loss.
On third down, Jackson. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It's a gain of 29, and it's first and goal.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Now Jackson on the move. That is caught by the tight end, Zach Ertz. Touchdown, Tampa. His 4th TD grab of the season. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where
the blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
31-yard line.
They'll go play action with Darnold. Huff brings it in left side. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 3rd and 11.
Third down and 11.
Darnold to throw. Short one there to his tight end, Fant. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
is complete to Walker. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Darnold. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Vita Vea. He spins to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up 4th down.
The SeaHawks.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line. The Buccaneers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Now Camara. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 9. They'll run. It's Camara. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold him to a gain of 2.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Off the play fake. Jackson. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it. Over 300 yards passing in this one. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. A run here with Camara. Up the sideline, past midfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 19 more on that one, and another 1st down.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Camara on the ground. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. And he somehow manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before he's hustled out of bounds. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Back to throw, Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for and taken successfully. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Look ahead with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. He is belted in the backfield. What a shot he took. It's going to be a loss of yardage. What a play. The tight end Fant in motion. Now Darnold. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Noah Fant was the intended target. 3rd down coming up.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Tyke Smith. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal. Now, Jackson. That is caught side of the end zone. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Buccaneers. That is 3 touchdowns in this one, and he's up to and of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Jackson and the offense trying to get 2 more here.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That'll be caught. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. They'll return this from the 11. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, when you've given up this many points, you're going to get quite the workload with your return units, and that's a really good effort right there. I mean, it's going to get lost anytime you have a one-sided game like this, but that's great determination on that run.
Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing. Darnold. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Bucs have it inside the 20. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
The Bucs will set up for the two-point conversion.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. As a rush. Get it. Oh, he'll go down. They got him.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Well, Seahawks offense back onto the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 15-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down, or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Bucs offense, and Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Play action now. Jackson. That one out wide for Kamara. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Trying to connect with the veteran Zach Ertz that time. And 3rd down coming up. Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. And he's going to be taken down, but he has the first down. Good execution of the double pass.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Jackson up top again. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. Open man, that's Flowers. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run here with Kamara. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal. At the
shotgun, here's Jackson. This one caught at the 4.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll try and run. Here's Kamara. No place to run there. Good job by the D to stop him at the 2.
A 2-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
Fourth and goal, decision time, and they will go for it. Now it's Jackson. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
It's a turnover.
The Seahawks offense getting set to get back to work. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down. Throwing again from his own. Now, look out. That ball is free in the end zone. So first the decision to throw down here, backed up near your own goal line, and the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him Greg in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
Automatic first down.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So a win here for the visiting Bucs. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.